Hey Sagittarius, thanks for stopping by for your reading. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before, and if we have met before, well, hey again. Excited to see what's up for you. Spirit has a lot to say to you because they grabbed a lot of cards. So I'm not the boss, they're the boss. We're going to dive right in because, like I said, clearly they've got a lot to say. Well, hey, I like the way we're kicking off. Interesting. I'd be very curious to know how many of you Sagittarians listening have strong Scorpio placements, because seeing a little bit of overlap in the messaging there. Just a little bit. Just something worth noting. Okay. All right. It's a growing period for you, huh, Sagittarius? It's offering you what you want. Wow. All right, Sag. Forgive me, this is a lot to take in. Not in a bad way. It's actually really sort of intensely beautiful. Okay. So, Sag, first of all, congratulations. You have gotten some form of victory. For some of you, like a literal, like a promotion at work, or like, oh, I got the job that I wanted, that kind of thing, because it's like, yes, like this is what I wanted, I got it. There are ample opportunities to grow your skills and your money in September. That is what I'm hearing. So they're telling you you're quite talented. For some of you, I feel like you're coming from somewhere where not in an arrogant way, but like you know that you have like what it takes, right? The world sits in your past. So for some of you, there's been kind of an incredible epiphany and recognition, and you've kind of come to a major milestone in your life. The world is like, if you could stand on the cliff of your soul and look at all of your experiences and go, wow, I get it. Like, this is why I had to go through that, and I got to go through this, and you know what I mean? Like, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and how it all came together and intersected, like, to bring you here, to this moment, to this victory, and also to a fated encounter with your shadowy self. So let's talk about it, Sag. You cast a bright light. You're a fire sign. You're a wanderer, you're the eternal student, you're the traveler, right? Now, being the kind of philosopher that you are, it makes sense that a lot of you would be very interested in your quote-unquote shadow side. And if you're not familiar with that at all, Sag, the shadow is a term coined by the psychologist and, early mystic, I would say, Carl Jung, who talked about the fact that we repress certain aspects of ourselves in an effort to be good. Consciously, it's because we want to be good, that we don't want to get mad, or we don't want to establish boundaries, or whatever. But it always, that urge to be good can become twisted. That's the idea of the shadow, is maybe what have I been, and this is the phrase Spirit is using for some of you, what have I been cutting myself off from? What have I been maybe hiding from? Because this month, it's like, it's time to blossom. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and this encounter with your shadow is meant to bring you happiness. It is going to involve coming face to face with some old pain. That's what I'm kind of hearing. And even sometimes visiting that old pain can bring a little bit of a fresh sting. Maybe some of you could be seeking a little bit of closure over an old wound. That's what I'm hearing. And of course, this is where I'm going to say, Sagittarius, you know that this is a general reading and it's going out to all Sagittarians who tune into it. But the overarching energy is saying that this is the time. You've reached a great place to look at that shadow stuff. So I would highly encourage you to look for books on it, or look for online resources on doing shadow work. Wow, I mean, they're just coming through with this over and over. No wonder they needed so many cards, and you have so many major arcana cards here. The Emperor is at the foundation of your reading. This is the month to seize your power. Looking at the aspects of you that you might see as wounded or weak or like not so strong, you know, like whatever, what we all have those, right? We've all had, let's not beat around the bush. We all have trauma. We all have wounds that are punched into us in various places in our soul, in our heart, in our mind. And Spirit is letting you know that this is the month to make your wounds into wells, to recognize that they are there, those trenches were dug so that you could fill them with compassion and with power and with transcendence. Sagittarius, you are coming to a place where some of you may never have felt happier or more alive than when you faced this pain and made new decisions based on what you discovered when you faced this pain. I know, that's super fucking intense, right? Like, that's super fucking intense. But look at the cards following the recognition and the epiphany of that pain. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled, dreams coming true, being surrounded by love. Big love, too. I mean, and it's really interesting and cool because you have the 2 of Cups in the position of where you find yourself. The 2 of Cups clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, enriched, and with the beginnings, the stirrings of some new partnership or some new relationship, some new association. Doesn't have to be strictly romantic. They're giving me several different things because, of course, like I said, this is going out to quite a few Sagittarians. Some of you, it is like a crush, a new infatuation, a new potential partnership that has yet to evolve into what could become the 10 of Cups. But it feels important, Sagittarius. It feels important to tell you that facing your shadowy, painful, or traumatized bits has a lot to do with making it all the way from a 2 of Cups first blush to a 10 of Cups. We're going all the way. Like, we're for some people that could mean getting married, but for some people that just means taking it to the next intimacy level, no marriage required. You make your own path, Sagittarius. I'm not even worried about telling you because I know that you know how to do that. You know how to blaze your own trail. But 10 of Cups, regardless of the form that it comes in, is a beautiful, enveloping, like not just heart deep, but soul deep feeling of contentment. Is not a strong enough word, but words are cumbersome. It is contentment, it is love, it is my cups runneth over. Not just one cup, all of them. I have all of them and they all runneth over. How is this even possible? How did I get this lucky? This is so fucking amazing. A lot of you can open the door to that by, you know, and for some people this could involve seeking therapy, which would not be a bad idea. And I hope that none of you Sagittarians have like a stigma around that, because again, it would be confusing. Like, don't confuse recognizing that you have a weakness as weakness. We all have weaknesses, and being able to look at them and give them compassion and love and say, I can see that I need a little help in this spot here. Let me get a little help for that. That's the most beautiful, loving, brave thing that you can do. And I will stop belaboring this point, Sagittarius, because again, I know you know how to do this stuff. But recognize, okay, how powerful you are. Again, Emperor as the foundation of your reading, and then the 8 of Pentacles over it, discussing you growing your skills and your money. And it's a joyful undertaking of the work. So this is a skill or a craft that for some of you, it's like if you put your effort into this, Sagittarius, if you go against your kind of, you know, holy fool, flibbity-gibbet, lackadaisical way, and you be a little bit more of an emperor that is like, this is how I intend to get to where I want to get. Like, this is my schedule. Or, you know, even if you keep it a loose schedule, but it's like, I'm going to do 15 minutes of work on this book or this whatever every day, or 15 minutes of yoga, or 5 minutes of meditation, whatever it is that you're like, I know if I do this, and this is what they're saying, Sag, they're like, you know that if you do this, it will grow your money and your strength and your power. Do it. Whatever that is for you, Sagittarius, you are getting the big green light that yes, indeed, that will take you where you want to go. I feel like for some of you, the revisiting of this old trauma may be coming about because something happens, maybe in the family, maybe in your working environment, because there's a tower here, but it doesn't feel like it's happening to you. It's sitting in the position of what is around you. Now, that doesn't mean it won't affect you hugely. You know what I mean? This could be something like, even if you are listening to this and you're, 35, 40 years old, but then your parents are getting divorced. It's like, that's traumatizing. That's terrible. It's still sad. Even if I'm going to be okay, it still hits me, right? And that's kind of what they're giving me. It's like, it feels like there's a little bit of a hit, and Spirit is asking you to recognize, again, spiritual, philosophical student soul that you are, to recognize that is presenting itself as like a spiritual teacher, a mirror to look into, an experience that, yes, it is triggering something in me. Do I need to dismantle that trigger? Do I need to discover what the resonance means? Look more deeply and give yourself compassion and love when that comes up, if that comes up for you, Sagittarius. And again, they're saying again, it may be very helpful for some of you to seek a sounding board. If that comes in the form of a therapist, a counselor, a good friend, who not just any friend, the friend who is good at going deep with you, because you have the Queen of Cups sitting in the position of the potential. And I am feeling like some of you could transcend faster and in a more fun way, if you have somebody to bounce that off of. So therapist, counselor, friend, tarot reader, whoever it is that can help you out and listen to what you're saying and show it back to you in a different light, go to that person. Go to your Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a queen of compassion, a queen of intuition. That's why I say like therapist, tarot reader, that kind of thing, because they're in those deep, mysterious realms. They're not afraid to go there. They don't get afraid of the devil. They're like, oh, that's the devil. That's your shadow right there, playing you out right now. Your shadow playing you out. Spirit is saying the key for you this month, in September, is to have faith, to trust your own intuition. The star, a beautiful, wonderful card for hope and resurgence and renewal of faith, is sitting in the key position. So, Spirit is literally now singing, have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. I'm sorry, but they were like, no, sing it. There's something in the notes, right? That they want you to hear. And if you don't know the song, I would look it up and listen. But they're singing that to you. Have a little faith. Be innocent, which is you. Your best self. Innocent, wanderer, student, throwing yourself into something that's like, I know if I do this, I know if I show up, I can have what I want, I can make this dream come true, I can have this overwhelming happiness and this epiphany, this awakening that I want, that is going to once and for all help me step out of these chains, some of which I created for myself, not because I hate myself, not just to self-sabotage, which is associated with the devil. But again, the same way self-sabotage is associated with the devil and with shadow work, it's like coming to recognize and appreciate and give some compassion to the parts of you that sabotage certain things, only because some deeper part of you had experienced a trauma around that in the past for some of you. That's what they're saying. It could be as simple as, I really want to put my work out there. I really want to do this podcast or write this blog or make YouTube videos or whatever it is, but something in me is holding back. I'm doing all the research, I'm doing all the things, but I just haven't fucking done it. And this is what they're saying. There is something deep inside that is like, no, wait, something awful will happen if we do that. And it can be as simple as a buried memory of being 6 years old and running into your living room, tap dancing in a crazy costume and screaming at your mom to pay attention to you. And she barked at you once because she'd had a really hard day at work, but she accidentally in that moment fucking took it out on you, and you went back to your room and some part of you locked this away. This is bad. And this has bad results when I express myself at my utmost, so I better put that shit away so I never have to go through this again. If that resonates for you, Sagittarius, it is something that you are meant to work through. It is unaccessed power. That is all that the shadow is unaccessed power that we put away because we have decided I can never be weak, angry, mean, nice. We all have different ones, okay? Work with it. look at it. And if you need a little help, get someone else to help you look at it with you. And there are incredible benefits to reap all around. You have quite a beautiful reading, like benefits of money, benefits of skill, benefits of even like romance and fun and renewed faith. Pretty sweet deal, Sagittarius. I like September for you, even if it comes with its intensity too. That's kind of, it suits you. What's going on, Sag? Let a girl know. Stories, comments, questions. I would love to hear how this is working out for you. It helps me even become a better reader when I hear different versions of like, I didn't even see it that way. That's totally what this tower is. So, much obliged. Thanks for coming, Sagittarius. I really, really appreciate you. I hope that this is helpful for you and helps you really seize that Emperor power. And again, congratulations on how far you've come already. You're doing a fucking great job. It was great to see you, and if I don't see you in a video before that, then I hope I see you in October. Bye, Sag.